Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Plow Piece Together. Yes, using antonyms is the only way I can come up with any more of those, and that's the only decent one that's left. Yeah. In our last episode, we beat the optional super boss, so today we're going to do the only obvious follow-up and construct a monument to how great I am. And I know just what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in line with the sugarcane, because I really like when stuff lines up. So, allow me to lay the foundations. Now, I will admit, I processed the materials from the Wither fight off camera, and I grabbed a few other blocks from the mines, because you really don't want to watch me staring at an oven for an hour or so, right? Also, we have to lay the second block in the foundations first, because we can't put the lantern above the torch that powers it. And that's what those little yellow blocks are. They're redstone lanterns, which are a particularly bright block, but they do require redstone in order to work. And that's what the little red things are. They're the torches made with redstone, not charcoal, which are used as portable batteries. Also, I just put down too many blocks in the foundations for whatever this is going to be. I mean, I have the plans next to me, but whether I'm going to be able to follow them while talking, I have absolutely no idea. I mean, thankfully we won't have to do any combat, because I turned off encounters for this video. And this video alone, because if I don't, you just know that a creeper's gonna come and destroy the half-built memorial, and that's just lame. Also look, this is the later in I won't throw out those nether brick blocks, I might need them later. It's finally paid off. Like, I've been gaming since I was 3 years old, and this is the first time I've ever needed to do that. Not entirely sure I have 4 left, though. I hope I got the right amount of everything else. I hate to stop in the middle of a build and go back to collecting stuff. No, I should be alright, though. And I have to say, I like the neoplasticist designs on the lanterns, by the way. And I know that sounds like I'm just making up mouth words, but that's what it is. The lanterns are based on the work of Piet Mondrian, who was a Dutch painter, whose work is basically what you see on the lanterns. Thick black lines that intersect to create squares and rectangles, all filled with solid primary colours. It's known as neoplasticism, or der Stijl in Dutch. And apologies to Ms. Bouke, my Year 9 textiles teacher, to whom I said I would never need to know who Piet Mondrian was. I do not retract my statement about how it was stupid that you made me make and wear that little hat, but Piet Mondrian gets a pass. Anyways, let's equip some of these bits and cobble together what we need. Now we start there. That's where we lay the first block. Now, let's see if my hastily scribbled plans on some forgotten lunch break will translate easily into the game. Like, I have an idea of what this is meant to look like in my head, but whether or not it's going to come out right is a whole nother matter. I mean, it's the same issue I had when I wanted to draw. Like, I had to come to terms with the fact that no matter how bright and vivid and perfect the idea is in my head, it goes through some stupefaction process when it comes to moving my hands, so I just can't draw. And I should probably be taking my armor off for this one if I'm going to be throwing myself around and taking damage like that, but I mean, really, what's it going to do? It's diamond armor. It's not breaking anytime soon. I mean, dragon can't be all that tough, can it? I hope not, because pretty much all there is to do after this is to go and fight it, and I kind of want to win the fight. Although, wouldn't it be typical to fall at the last hurdle? I mean, let's be honest. Alright, there we go. The monument is almost complete. Now, we just have one finishing touch, and that's one of the spare wither skulls that I picked up while I was grinding for levels. We needed 3 and I ended up with 5, which is a good result. There we go. And, well, I mean, you guys have probably seen what it looks like at this point, but if you haven't, there's the big reveal. I kind of like that, you know? It's like a big stalwart golem reminding us of the victory we saw on that fateful day. A bit worried about the blocks I have left over, because I followed my list and my plans to the T, so I don't know. Not that it matters, because the whole thing looks pretty good, I think you find. You go there. So these are iron bars, not a gate, which means that I and the game's mobs can get in and out. But that's fine, because I like fighting around structures like this, and it just looks so much better with the iron barrier compared to, like, a wooden wall or stone bricks or whatever. Also, I've got quite a bit of time before I'm comfortable calling this a worthwhile upload, so let's get some sand and put this thing on bigger foundations. Give people somewhere to stand when they come and look at this work, yes? I don't know, it took 3 hours to draw the plans together and get all the materials. I figured it'd take that long to build the thing, you know? Gotta fill for time somehow. Unless I tack this part onto the end of the last video, which I may do yet, depending on how much I hate past me at the time I come to process everything. Only time will tell. Or the fact that you may or may not be watching this in the same video as me beating the Wither. And now I have to engage in self-flagellation when I'm done, because I just used the phrase may or may not, which is a phrase that I hate, because literally everything may or may not. There is no third option, so shut up saying that mess. Also, this is the bit where I hate myself for building the statue where I did, because the sound noises are really soft in Minecraft to the point that you can't hear them, so I don't have a decent test spot to see if the game audio and video synced up. Although, I suppose I could quite easily just use the bit where my shovel broke just now. See, I knew there was a reason I made a spare one of those. Alright, that should give me 3 blocks on each side of the monument, which, to my mind, is more than enough to comfortably walk on while observing. Like, just so long as you don't walk into one of the cacti while you do it. Right, you go there, and I think we're all done. Let's take a look at how we did. Man, that is pretty great, and it's gonna look even better when night falls. I'm gonna stand here and wait for that. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, I think enough time has passed that I can safely pick up commentary again. Hey folks, how's it going? I think this looks super good being lit up at dusk. Oh, and night's coming pretty quickly as well, so it's gonna look even better. And I have to say, I really like the way that night falls in this game. It looks like several curtains are being draped over the dome that covers the world. And am I the only person who doesn't notice dusk falling and night drawing in? It just isn't sunny at some point and then it is dark? I don't know. Either way, it's time to sign off. Except for one line. So there you go. Your very own undead monster victory monument. Try it yourself. And until next time, goodbye.